Dear students, in this video session of MIS, we will discuss knowledge management and various intelligent techniques. Now, the initial question arises that what is knowledge? We often use the word knowledge, but in a formal way, how it can be defined? So, we may define knowledge as the expansion of facts, information, and skills to discover patterns, rules, and contexts leads to knowledge. So, information ultimately may be considered as base of knowledge, and the process of information begets the knowledge. the in the organization, knowledge is created from data, information, with the help of organizational resources, and it is an intangible asset for any firm. Knowledge may be explicit, I mean documented, or may be tacit, means difficult to document. Knowledge may be conditional, means when to apply, and may be contextual, means circumstantial to use as a tool. Knowledge is sticky and not easily moved. This is a well known term. The set of business processes, culture, and behavior required to obtain value from investments in information systems is one type of knowledge culture. It is organizational and management capital. Knowledge management is a set of processes to create, store, transfer, and apply knowledge in the organization. Much of a firm value depends on its ability to create and manage knowledge. Knowledge management promotes organizational learning by increasing the ability of the organization to learn from its environment and to incorporate knowledge into its business processes. There are three major types of knowledge management systems: enterprise wise knowledge management system, knowledge work system, and the third one is intelligent techniques. The first stage of knowledge value chain is knowledge acquisition and details of different ways knowledge can be gathered. Enterprise wide knowledge management systems are firm wide efforts to collect, store, distribute, and apply digital content and knowledge. Enterprise content management systems provide databases and tools for organizing and storing structured documents and tools for organizing and storing semi-structured knowledge, such as email or information of other communication sources. The second stage of knowledge value chain is knowledge storage, which describes the ways in which knowledge is stored, as well as the importance of management in creating and maintaining repositories of knowledge. Let's take an example of medical company, such as a medical practice, such as in medical practices, They require medical records of patient, medicines availability, etc. The third stage of knowledge value chain that describes various ways that knowledge can be disseminated within and outside the organization. Often these systems include group collaboration tools such as social networking and portals, training programs, informal networks, and shared management experiences to focus attention on important information to simplify and disseminate information. The last stage of knowledge value chain is knowledge application, which emphasizes the need to see and evaluate knowledge in terms of organizational capital and return on investment. Enterprise wide knowledge management systems can provide considerable value if they are well designed and applied efficiently. The graphics on the screen is detailing the stages of knowledge management value chain. Separating the information system activities from the management or organizational activities involved at each stage. It also describes two other important requirements for the value chain. The initial one is data and information acquisition, and next one is feedback from the knowledge application stage that can result in new opportunities for data and knowledge creation. So, in the knowledge management value chain, the feedback is as important as the data and information acquisition is. The new types of organizational role that managers can develop in order to facilitate the knowledge value chain is communities of practice, in short, that is pronounced as COPs, which is informal social networks of professionals and employees within and outside firm who have similar work related activities and internet interests. There are three major kinds of knowledge that can be found in an enterprise and indicates that less formal knowledge may be just as critical as formal knowledge for organizations to store and share. They are structured in form of reports, rules, etc., and semi-structured like emails, videos, etc., and also unstructured, for example, personal experiences, I mean tacit knowledge. वह नॉलेज जो कि डिफिकल्ट है डॉक्यूमेंट करने में, दोज आर टर्म्ड एज टैसिट नॉलेज, एंड द नॉलेज विच इज easier to document, those are termed as explicit knowledge. The purpose and feature of enterprise-wide content management system is for record management and to comply with regulatory authority and state regulations. Let's take an example of firm which uses open text live link enterprise content management to organize both structured and unstructured contents such as emails, spreadsheets, word processing documents, and PDFs. As it is important that collection and storage of knowledge and documents are described as a knowledge object so that it can be found later by users. Companies must decide and implement classification schemes or taxonomies to define categories meaningful to users, and then knowledge objects must be assigned a classification, are tagged so that it can be retrieved. The decision regarding taxonomy is a critical and a difficult task in preparing a successful content management system. Some content management systems specialize in managing digital media storage and classification. The next one is knowledge network system. Enterprise content management systems can include or consist of capabilities for the creation and management of unstructured knowledge, that is knowledge network system. Knowledge network system provide online directory of corporate experts in well-defined knowledge domains using communication technologies to make it easy for employees to find appropriate expert in a company. These systemized solutions developed by experts and store them in knowledge database. Enterprise-wide content systems include capabilities for collaboration and learning management using Wikipedia, in short, which is called wikis, and portal technologies, which provides access to external information, news feeds, research result, and also access to internal knowledge resources. The second type of knowledge management system is knowledge work system, which identifies the importance of knowledge workers to an organization and its knowledge creation. The knowledge workers may be researchers, designers, architects, scientists, and engineers who create knowledge and information for the organization. Their key roles are keeping organization current in knowledge, serving as internal consultant regarding their areas of expertise, acting as change agents, evaluating, initiating, and promoting change projects. The knowledge work systems, which emphasize the need of knowledge workers to have highly specialized knowledge work system. The knowledge work system must be equipped with substantial computing power for graphics and complex calculations. They have also communications and document management capabilities with access to external database. Generally, there are three types of knowledge work systems. CAD, computer aided design, which automates the creation and revision of engineering or architectural designs. Virtual reality system is software and special hardware to simulate real life environments. Investment workstations that streamlines investment process and consolidated internal external data for brokers, traders, portfolio managers, etc. The third type of knowledge management systems is intelligent technique, which categorizes them according to the type of knowledge involved. Artificial intelligence technology is used some techniques as part of logical computerized routines. The artificial intelligence systems are able to learn languages and emulate human expertise and decision making. The another one is expert system. The expert system, which is a type of intelligent technique. Expert systems capture tacit and explicit knowledge from a limited domain of human expertise and express that knowledge is the form of rules. Experts systems are most useful for problems of classification or diagnosis. Case based reasoning represents organizational knowledge as a database of cases that can be continually expanded and refined. The figure on the screen illustrates that how if then rules work in an expert system. An expert system contains a number of rules to be followed. The rules are interconnected. The number of outcomes is known in advance and limited in numbers. There are multiple paths to the same outcome, and the system can consider multiple rules at a single time. That is synchronizing all. The rules illustrated on the screen are for simple credit granting expert system. In expert systems, key elements are their knowledge base and their inference engine. Inference engine जो निष्कर्ष निकालता है. Inference engine are used to search knowledge base in two ways. Inference engine begins with information entered by user and searches knowledge base to arrive at conclusion is known as forward chaining. Whereas if it starts with the beginning with hypothesis and asks user questions until hypothesis is confirmed or disapproved is known as backward chaining. So it works in both directions. Here on screen, the inference engine, how works in expert system is shown. An inference engine works by searching through the rules and firing those rules that are triggered by facts gathered and entered by the user. A collection of rules is similar to a series of nested if, means one inside another. Series of nested if statements in a traditional software system. However, the magnitude of the statements and degree of nesting are much greater in an expert system. So, guys, you were seeing on the screen that the graphic clearly illustrates the types of rules that might be used by salespeople to determine whether or not to add a client to a prospective database. The second type of intelligent technique is case-based reasoning, also called CBR. In case-based reasoning, descriptions of past experiences of human specialists represented as cases stored in knowledge base. The system searches for stored cases with problem characteristics similar to new one, find closest fit, and applies solutions of old case to new case. Generally, case-based reasoning are used in medical diagnostic systems and customer support facility, etc. The case-based reasoning represents knowledge as a database of past cases and their solutions. The system uses a 6 steps process to generate solutions to new problems encountered by user. The graphic on screen demonstrates the 6 main steps in case-based reasoning, starting from user descriptions of problem, system searching of database for similar cases, then system asks user additional questions to narrow the search, to go closer to the search. System finds closest fit and retrieves solutions. Then system modifies the solution to better fit the problem, and finally system stores problems and successful solution in the database. and thus this case-based reasoning work. The fuzzy logic. The third type of intelligent technique is fuzzy logic. Fuzzy logic is a software technology for expressing knowledge in the form of rules that use approximate or subjective values. Fuzzy logic has been used for controlling physical devices and is starting to be used for limited decision making applications too. अब यह डिसीजन मेकिंग में भी शुरू हो गया है. Neural networks. The fourth intelligent technique is neural network. Neural network consists of hardware and software that attempt to mimic the thoughts processes of human brain. Neural networks are notable for their ability to learn without programming and to recognize patterns that cannot be easily described by humans. They are being used in science, medicine, and business to discriminate patterns in massive amounts of data. On a screen, there is a pictorial appearance in which it is trying to show, I am trying to show that how a neural network works. A neural network works based on rules as it learns from patterns in data to construct a hidden layer of logic. The hidden layer then processes inputs, classifying them based on experience of the model. In the instant example on screen, the neural network has been trained to distinguish between valid and fraudulent credit card purchases considering one or more specific combinations of age, income, purchase history, frequency of purchases, and average purchase size. A neural network might determine that a new credit card purchase is likely to be fraudulent. The fifth type of intelligent technique is genetic algorithm. Genetic algorithms develop solutions to a particular problem using genetically based processes such as fitness, crossover, and mutation. Genetic algorithms are being applied to problems involving optimization, product design, and monitoring industrial systems where many alternatives or variables must be evaluated to generate an optimal solution. Guys, now it is upon you to differentiate the various intelligent techniques discussed so far. We have discussed expert system, case-based reality CBR, the fuzzy logic, the neural networks, and the genetic algorithms. So, I say you to make a difference among these. The hybrid AI system. As its name, hybrid means combination of two or more. So, hybrid AI, artificial intelligence systems, is combination of two or more of the previously discussed techniques like expert system, case-based reality, fuzzy logic, neural networks, and genetic algorithm. The intelligent agent. Intelligent agents are software programs with built-in or learned knowledge base that carry out a specific, repetitive, and predictable task for an individual user. Business processes or software application. Intelligent agents can be programmed to navigate through large amounts of data to locate useful information and in some cases act on that information on behalf of the user. So, guys, we covered all aspects of knowledge management and various intelligent techniques in this video session. So, just I am concluding this session. Thanks.